It's just Amazon. Come here, Bella. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Watch your feet, buddy. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? If you're just tuning in, I got a mic on now, so it's probably going to be easier to hear. We're installing Trex. I got my helper here. Hey, what's up, Ruben? Okay, watch out. Watch out. Come on, watch out. Let's go. I started this morning. I had to go. Well, I actually started this last week, but we were working on this morning and I had to go. I ran out of clips, so I had to go get some more clips. And we were going to be short on Trex. But now we should have enough to finish this whole side, do our ends, and then picture frame the middle. Bella. Bella, it's okay. Come here. It's okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, watch out. You don't want to fall. Over here, Bella. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, the Trex is 12 inches on center instead of 16 because we are reusing the old joists that were 2 feet on center, and then we're just adding. We added an additional joist in the middle of them instead of removing all of them. More cost effective, easier to do. And then as well is now the whole deck is going to be stronger for that. Watch out. Hey, what's up, Michael? Yeah, I like securing the boards before I tighten the back one in, because if you tighten this all the way, it makes it hard to get the next piece in. Watch out for the knots. Just snapped. Maybe we'll try right here. It'll be easy to grab onto later. Yeah, this one's got a big knot right here too. Hopefully that doesn't break when I tighten it down. I just realized I forgot one. Better late than never. So I modified my clamp so it would fit in between these slats because it was a little too big. Makes it a lot easier when you have something to hold it against the clip so it doesn't want to like pop out on you. This is Trex I'm installing with hidden fasteners. If you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel. We're installing this deck today, and then sometime in the future we'll be we'll get some rails for it. And then later on, okay, I'm not going to over tighten that one. There's a knot right there, and I know that screw's going to break on me again. Yeah, and then later on we're going to be doing some cedar skirting around this deck. So we're going to be taking cedar pickets. Well, so we're going to take some treated wood first and make a frame along the side and where the stairs are, and then we're going to take cedar pickets and run them vertically to create like a skirting around the deck. And then we'll probably add like a door at the end or something so you can gain access underneath if you need to. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button, follow along. I post every day. Try to be mostly educational. I'm not much of an entertainer, so I gotta be useful. Yeah, if you guys are wondering what I'm using, this is called Trex. It's the leading composite deck material, I think, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something else that is better. There's probably better products for sure, but this is kind of the leading, commercial, residential, kind of most used product. I am running 12-inch on center joists here, but you don't need 12. You can use 16s. We just refurbished this deck, so it was 2 feet on center for the old decking. Yeah, I'm noticing on these old joists, they're pretty cracked, so I'm having to be very specific where I put the screw because there's almost nothing to grab onto on some of them. I'm not going super tight on my clamp, but tight enough that I get them all the way tight against these spacers, because these are your spacer and your clip, so they're twofold. This is time consuming, but I think top screwing would be just as time. Damn, we broke a screw. I think top screwing would be just as time consuming, because you want to, when top screwing, you want all your screws to line up, so you're gonna have to take time to either snap a line or measure or have a straight edge or something, and then you're gonna want to have equal distant screws, so the same distance from here to here. So like doing that is gonna be time consuming, and then nobody's gonna be nailing a deck off anymore. At least I don't think you should be nailing a deck off. Ooh, there's a knot there too. Like I was saying before, you got to be careful with these screws. They're like T15s. They're really small, and you don't want to strip them out, and you don't want to hit a knot because they're stainless, so they will snap on you. I'd say I probably snap a screw every 3 boards or so. I might snap one, so it's not that uncommon. Hey, what's up, Devin? Hey, thanks for the sub. What's up? Dog meat. I don't eat the dog. She's a guard dog. Hey, what's up, Sandeep? How's it going, Russian guy? I don't know how to pronounce your name. How's up, Kelso? Heinz, Housechild. Hollow, B. Gates. What's up, Dennis? I'm running my mic right now. Can you guys hear me talking? I want to check if my mic works. Can anybody hear me? Bueller. Is my mic working? Does anybody hear me? Hey, if you guys are watching this live stream and you can hear me, just say that you can hear me. Well, can you guys hear me? If you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button. Also, I'd like to know if how my mic is sounding. I'm using a mic right now instead of relying on my phone. So I'm just curious if someone wants to give me some input on that. I'm using a DJI mic. I almost just knocked that off the edge. If you guys are just tuning in, we're running Trex decking with hidden fasteners. And then we're running the tails long over there because we're gonna cut in a picture frame at the end, which is always the fun part because you get one chance or you get to not make any money on the job. So no pressure. Hey, is it working? Can you pull up on your phone and see how the mic sounds?
Yeah.
Because I'm using the. Hi, kiddo. Hi. Hi, Callie.
Wow, baby.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Putting in work. You want me to test the what? The mic?
Yeah. Testing.
You want me to test the what? The mic?
Yeah. Oh, so there's a delay.
Testing. You want me to test the what? The mic?
Yeah. Oh, so there's a delay. But it's working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Echo. Feedback loop. Hey. Okay. Echo.
Love you.
Love you.
You want some of my milkshake?
Sure. Paisley, did you ask your pants?
No.
Hi. Hug. Mwah.
Fries
I'll just have a sip of your milkshake. I'm
in the
like,
fridge.
oh.
You don't want anything else?
No, that's
I'll bring
okay.
you a sip when I open it again.
Okay,
Love you.
love you.
It's really good.
Thanks. Cool. My mic's working. If you guys are just tuning in, we're running Trex here on 12-inch on center. You don't need 12, you can run 16s. But the reason it's 12 is because we have our old joists and our new ones. We're repurposing the old joists. They're like 2x12s, so they're huge. So we just saved them, and then we tagged in some extra in the middle because you can't run these Trex. You can't run these 2 feet on center. They'll bow. 16 on center minimum. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It means a lot, helping me grow the channel. You don't have to pay for anything, it's free to subscribe. And I'll just fill your feed with useful tips and tricks, techniques, how-to videos, things like that. I like to think I work fairly quickly, so you know, you hire somebody and they're working half as fast as I am, maybe that might raise some red flags, eh? So I'm just cutting the factory edge off them right now, because it's not always square. So it's good to get a nice fresh start. If you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button. Really helps me grow the channel. I post every day, shorts, long form. Well, I don't post the long form every day, but I post shorts every day. Mostly useful stuff or progress pics, progress videos. I'm cutting these long on purpose because we're going to cut them all off at the end. I just like cutting the factory edge off. All right, that'll keep us busy for a minute. If you guys are just tuning in, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. Help me grow the channel. We're running Trex right now, 12 inches on center. It's a refurbished deck. We're refurbishing the joist, or I guess we're using the joist. We added new joist to make it 12 on center, because you can't run this thickness of Trex on 2 foot on center. It has to be 16s or less, like this. So this is even better than 16. No chance it's gonna sag. These are hidden fasteners, which is nice. You don't see the screws on top. It's a little time consuming, but arguably it'd take just as long to screw these off from the top, and then you'd have to worry about layout. So, you know, no shortcuts. Okay, almost lost that one. These are stainless, so they're pretty easy to strip out. So you want to be careful with that. And if you notice, oh, I have a gap here. Let me fix that real quick. If you notice, I'm not screwing down the clips all the way on the open side. Don't worry, this is getting cut off. I'm not screwing the clips all the way down on this open side, because then it's harder to get the next course in. So I just kind of screw it down enough to hold it in place so it won't move, and then I'll come back after he has them doing here and screw down the previous row of fasteners. Yeah, what I'm doing now is I'm just checking that everything's still in line. And if I look closely, it looks like it's barely coming off, so we want to make sure we're real tight on this side because we don't want to lose the line. You don't want to be looking down your deck and then, you know, this board doesn't line up with that board. So with an old deck like this, we were pretty square, but you still want to be careful when you're doing a long span that everything lines up, because it's real easy to get ahead of yourself, you know, and then get to the end and you're like, oh shit. So just be mindful of that. And if I'm tapping or hitting anything, like this is getting cut off, and if I'm gonna hammer on the bottom edge, just enough to kind of move it. I'm not really trying to reef on it. It's not gonna hurt anything. You're never gonna see that little hammer mark. These old joists that we're screwing into, you gotta be selective because they got some gnarly cracks. There's that screw I almost stripped out. Well, it's pretty much goner now. If you guys are just tuning in, hit that subscribe button. We're putting Trex over an old deck frame. We're reusing half the joists, or I guess we're reusing all the old joists, and then we sistered on some joists that were really bad, and then we added a joist in the middle because it was 2 feet on center. This makes it 12 inches on center, and it's actually ideal for this stuff. So you can get away with 16, but 12 is just that much better. The reason you can't do anything bigger than 16 on center is because this stuff is only an inch thick, and yeah, it's strong, but it'll sag if you're any bigger than 16. So don't cheap out. I really want to make sure this joint here at the end is as tight as I can so it doesn't end up walking out of line. You guys are just joining, trying to hit 5,000 subscribers today. It's kind of my goal. So I think we're like 400 away. But if you guys hit the subscribe button, it'll help get me there, help me grow the channel. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything yet. Just provide useful information. Yeah, that one's a little chewed up. yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button, check out the channel. I do a lot of how-to videos and I give a lot of tips and tricks around the trades in general. We do a lot of different things here. Hey. This is definitely a lower back workout. If you ever done any flooring, this is pretty much flooring, but flooring for a deck, so definitely a workout. Yeah, you want to make sure all your spacing is the same and all your clips are tight against the Trex there. Sometimes the clip could be up or down and it could be holding the Trex back. If you guys are just tuning in, it'd be awesome if you hit that subscribe button. Trying to hit 5,000 subs today. It'd be pretty cool. Help me grow the channel. I try to make useful content, so I'm not trying to brain rot anybody. If you notice, I'm not screwing these down all the way until I get the next piece in. So then I'll come back and I'll tighten them down. The reason for that is because these like to pitch and move, and if you tighten them too much, it's hard to get the next piece of Trex in. It's not impossible. You can tighten them down if you want. I'm just, from experience, I've noticed it's just a little easier if you don't. Oh, I keep pressing the button on my clamp. It's causing this to pop off. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys prefer Trex, or do you prefer running like some cedar, or maybe you like the torch down decks or concrete decks? What kind of decks do you guys either like building or like to see on your property? This is getting cut off, so don't worry about me hitting it with a hammer. If you guys are just tuning into the live stream here, it'd be awesome if you hit that subscribe button. I know this is pretty boring, but I do give some tips along the way on how you can do a better job. Maybe things that make it easier. The reason that our joists are so close together is because the original deck the original deck system was 2 foot on center because it was 2x4 cedar. It ended up rotting out over time, but the joists were pressure treated, so they stood up. So we just added some treated joists in the center of the old layout to make 12 inches on center. And now for this Trex, that's actually, oh, broke a screw. It's actually ideal for the Trex because it wants 16 on center, so 12 is better. Yeah, so I broke that screw off, so I just sent the second screw down through the clip next to the old screw just to pin it down. It's kind of annoying to take out this whole, to take everything out just to replace a clip when you can just replace the screw that broke. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye too that all my deck boards are lining up, because there's going to be a picture frame down the middle and you want everything to line up and look good. Oh yeah.
And I got too much.
How's she doing?
Good at crafting.
Almost there.
I've been kicking butt.
Thanks. If you guys are just tuning into the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Really helps me grow the channel. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subs today, which would be an awesome milestone. I've been at YouTube for about 6 months now, and I'm really trying to make it my primary side gig, because you guys know it's 2025. The economy sucks. You need a side business on top of your main business, right? Things are expensive. I feel like pretty soon they're going to be taxing the air we breathe. I gotta be careful not to drop my. So I'm gonna put these away. This is my second pair of earplugs. These are just Milwaukee's pocket earplugs, but they came with 2 of them, and I don't know where my other pair went. I think they just fell off my neck yesterday, and I dropped them somewhere, and now I hear them mowing the grass, so they're probably gonzo. But I don't need them right now. If you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button. Really helps me grow the channel. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers today. I think that would be pretty sweet. I post every day, and mainly shorts, and then I do a lot of lives, and occasionally I'll make a how-to video on something. But you know, just trying to make useful content, stuff that people can learn things from. There's a lot of unuseful stuff out there. All right, let's go cut some more boards. We're not really cutting them to length. We're just taking off, off of this side, we're just taking off the factory edge because it's never square and it's usually swelled a little bit. So we're just going to take the factory edge off, and then we're going to come back and cut that middle picture frame in after the fact. Let's go. You guys probably can't see me right now if you're just jumping into the live stream, but I'm over at my cut station cutting the factory edges off the Trex. The deck's a little under 25 feet, so we got 12 footers in the plane and then picture frame the outside, and we're picture framing the middle. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm off camera cutting the factory edge off the Trex. That way we get a nice square starting point. I'd recommend cutting the factory edge off of every board that you use for anything finish wise. Rough framing, not a big deal, but definitely if you're doing decking or finished work, I'm all about cutting off the factory edge if you can. Get yourself a square edge free of staples and barcodes. Oh no, my hammer. If you guys are just tuning in, please hit the subscribe button, follow along. I try to post every day, lots of useful tips and tricks. Maybe you guys will learn something new, maybe you'll teach me something. One more and then that'll be it. I think, well, we got the two against the house, but we might have to rip those, so we'll hold off. So we're going to be cutting this middle part off to picture frame the deck here in the center. So that's why we're leaving these all random. The edge is already picture framed, so we just want to be tight against the edges. If you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button, follow along. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subs today. That'd be pretty cool. We do remodels and home improvement projects, stuff like that. All sorts of things. Yeah, as I'm doing this, you want to make sure that or as you're doing this, if you're doing it, you want to make sure that your boards are lining up across to the other side, because you don't want to, and we broke a screw. You don't want to you don't want to look down and see your seams not line up. That would look pretty funny. Yeah, you don't want to over tighten these screws. I just over tightened that one and it broke it, snapped it, so I had to move over and put a new one in. Not a big deal, but every time you do that, you lose a screw. Yeah, sometimes those clips don't want to work out. If you guys are just tuning in, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing, I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers today. I thought that'd be pretty cool. I try to post useful content, nothing too clickbaity. We're running, this is Trex that we're installing with hidden fasteners, and our layout is 12 inches on center because the old deck was 16 or was 2 foot on center, and that got taken out, and so this stuff is only 1 inch thick, so we have to run it 16 on center or smaller for the joist for the layout. So here we are. If you guys are just tuning in, be sure to subscribe. It means a lot, helps me grow the channel. It's free, you don't have to pay for anything, which is crazy because everything costs money these days. I can't even sneeze without it costing me money. You know, because tissues, they cost money, right? What up? Almost. I think 9 more pieces or something. Yeah, I went to Lowe's this morning. I got some more. If you guys are just tuning in, we're running Trex with the hidden fasteners. And then we're going to come back after and cut the middle. If you guys are wondering why that looks so jacked up, it's because it's intentionally jacked up right now. Temporary. Okay, I gotta stop using my wrist as a hammer. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it would mean a lot. Helps me grow it and achieve my goals. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subs today, which I think would be, it's realistic, I think. You don't need to use a clamp, but it helps make everything uniform and tight. Yeah, as you can see, I come back afterwards and tighten down the row before, because it's harder to install the Trex into the clips if they're tight already. If you guys are just tuning in, it'd be awesome if you would subscribe. Help me build the channel. Trying to hit 5,000 subscribers today. That'd be pretty cool. I post every day. That one's stripped. Six more to go, and then our end pieces, and then our picture frame. So actually I'll probably do these 6, then I'll run the picture frame, and then I'll do the final end pieces, because I'm not going to be able to cut those with my saw. So that's how we'll do it. That way I'm not cutting them with like a multi-tool or something, being all weird. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot. Help me grow the channel. I do a lot of DIY friendly activities. If you guys are a weekend warrior, I'm your guy. If you have any questions on these live streams, feel free to ask. I'll answer any question about what I'm doing. You don't need your joists to be this close together, but the old joists were 2 feet on center, so we needed it to be at least 16, so we just added a joist in between the other 2 that were here, the existing ones, and that gave us our 12-inch on center layout, which is more than ideal for this inch thick composite material. As you can see, I'm hitting on the underside. That way we don't want to hit the top, because then we'll leave a mark. So if I'm ever hitting the Trex, it's from underneath. If you guys are just tuning in, it means a lot if you guys hit that subscribe button, follow along. Trying to grow the channel. My goal today is to hit 5,000 subs. That would be awesome. If you guys have any questions, leave a question in the comments. I'll answer it. That's getting cut off, don't worry. We're not damaging the finished product. If you guys are just tuning in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel. We're out here installing Trex composite decking using the Trex hidden fastener system. So the only purpose of this is just for looks. It's hiding the fastener, and then you don't have all those screws or nails on top. I don't really think one way is better than the other, honestly. I think it's all going to last the same. I think it's all going to be just as strong. It's all going to be fine. It's just a matter of preference and cost, I guess. You know, there's tons of ways to do stuff, but I think end of the day, a lot of it just comes down to personal preference. Yeah, we got 2 more to do, and then we're gonna cut in our picture frame. That's gonna be fun. No pressure there. If you guys are just tuning in, it'd be awesome if you'd hit that subscribe button. Help me grow the channel. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subs today. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then my next goal is 10. Because why not? I try to provide useful content and get better at the delivery, but it's all, you know, you got to learn. A lot to learn. I like using the clamp here on these longer runs. Just makes it easier. A lot of times as you tighten one side down, the other side wants to pull away. And with the clamp, you know, you're not fighting it. You know, holds it for you. More consistency. I think it's just all around better. Yeah, just a fair warning. If you buy one of these DeWalt clamps to do what I'm doing, I had to modify it. I had to cut this with the multi-tool because this has a support here, and it doesn't allow you to stick this in the gap to grab onto it. So if you're using this specific clamp, I recommend just cutting a little notch out of it. Yeah, this is definitely a labor intensive job. So if you're a DIYer and you want to tackle a deck like this on your own, just be prepared. You're gonna hurt in your knees and you're gonna hurt in your lower back, especially if you're not used to doing this kind of stuff. Every 2 or 3 boards, you're gonna want to take a break. But if you're used to doing it, it's a different story. And then the next day, you're going to hurt in all sorts of places. We're almost there. We got one more to put in before our ripper against the house. I don't think we're gonna have to rip it. Actually, we might, but I think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna undercut the house to get that last piece in, so we'll see. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. So I'll show you guys who are watching what we've done so far. We're leaving the last row for after we get this. We got to cut this picture frame in the middle, and then we have our stairs down here that we built. So if you guys are curious what's going on, then we're gonna put this last piece in, and then we're gonna be cutting out this guy. So that's gonna be fun. I don't have a track saw, so we're gonna make one. So don't give me too much flack for that, but it should come out nice. If you guys are just tuning in, we're getting ready to do our last piece here, other than the end piece against the house, because we're going to wait till after we cut in for the picture frame. But if you guys are just tuning in, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subs today. I think that would be pretty cool. Help me grow my channel. It's free. You don't have to spend any money to be a subscriber. All right, now we're going to get ourselves along a straight edge and start marking out for our center line cut. Let me get a smaller piece for that. Yeah, we got a 16 we're going to use for this. I just don't know if I want to run it tight. I think I'll run it tight because I can always cut it shorter if I don't like it. Look at that standout though. Sorry, but you're not gonna get that with a Fat Max. Okay. 165 and an eighth. Yeah. So this one I'm not going to worry about the factory edge because it's going to be under the siding. So this is going to be our piece. But first we got to cut for it. I got black chalk. I think it stands out a little better. Oh, that does not want to hold. Okay, maybe we can wrap it around. Yeah, this does not want to. This does not want to hold on to the. Okay, I'm just adding a. I'm adding a clip there just so I have a screw to hold on to. Wow, the grass looks so short. Hey. Yeah.
Dad texted me, wanted me to check with you on, do you want to do 6-foot panels on the railing or 8-foot?
Oh, for the back? Mm-hmm. Let's see, it's 24, I think 6.
Okay.
I think 6.
I was leaning towards 6.
Okay.
I feel like it is a nice look.
It
It's
is.
a little more
Yeah, and because of the big set of stairs, it would be weird because it's 9 feet on each side.
Oh.
So we'd want to do like 4.5 and 4.5.
Right.
And then the sides would be 6, and it's 14 feet on the sides.
Oh, okay.
So it'd either be 7 and 7, or it would be. It's gonna be, actually, that might be weird too.
It'll be 12 with 2 feet, or.
Well, no, we wouldn't do that.
Okay, yeah.
We just split it up. So it'd actually be smaller. So it'd be 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5 on either side of the stairs.
Okay.
And then it would be, so we have 14 feet.
Yeah.
So divided by 3, so it'd be like
4 is
almost. It'd be like 4.5 again.
Yes.
Every 4.5 feet would be. Yeah, that'll work out.
And I like more post look. I think that looks nice.
So it's gonna be 4 plus 4 for the sides, so it's 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 posts for the deck, 12 sections, and then we need another 2 for the rails, and then 2 stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two stairwells. How long are the stairs?
Those can be 8. I would do 8. Those could be 6s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 6, and so we'll need.
Yeah, because it's gonna be 1 post, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 posts up top.
Wait, you said 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there's 3 on each end.
There'll be 1, 2. No, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 on each end,
Oh, okay.
and then there'll be 3 from the corner to the. It's 12
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
for up
Okay.
here, and then it's gonna be another 2 for the bottom of the stairs, because the ones at the top of the stairs can tie in at the bottom of the stairs.
Right. Okay, so
14 posts.
13, 14. Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll be 12 6-foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 panels up top.
Okay, 14 posts and 10 panels.
Yeah.
Okay, and that includes the stairs?
No, the stairs are separate.
Oh, the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll text you.
12 and.
Or actually, I can write it down.
Okay, yeah, text me.
Or here.
And then now 2 stair. I don't know where he gets them from. They're just Amazon. Oh, is that the last piece you're getting ready to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that in.
You're not live, are you?
Yeah, but it's kind of like down on the deck.
Okay.
And then 12. Yeah, 12 regular panels. Okay,
Oh, thank you.
you're welcome.
No. Okie doke.
So I don't have an actual track saw, but we can use this guide here. So what I'm finning to do, yeah, I can secure this in the middle and at the end. And then we can run our saw right along it. Drill some holes. Let's drill some holes in it. Hey. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Thanks.
So what are you doing? Then I hear that too. It was like,
You hear all the tools?
no.
Yeah.
I was saying the tuba.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll come get you when I'm all done, okay? Oh, it's not a big deal. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm getting ready here to cut the middle out. I don't have a track saw, so I'm improvising. I did pick up a Trex blade, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm installing that. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is the distance between the fence, so I'll cut this along this way. So the distance here between the inside and that is 1.5 inches minus. So we're gonna just barely take our line. So okay, so let's go 1.5 inches minus. I need the correct bit. If you guys are just tuning in, I don't have a track saw and I don't want to cut this by hand. So I'm using my guide and I'm gonna screw it down here. So I do want to get a track saw. It's definitely on my list of to get tools. But what I'm doing now is I got blocking under here, so I'm just going to screw this into the blocking. Maybe not at a crazy angle. 1.5 inches minus, that's what I'm shooting for. Okay, that's pretty sturdy. Double check. Okay, that's putting us right where we want to be. So now we want to set our blade depth. So this is 1 inch thick, so we're going to set our blade to just a hair over 1 inch. Yeah, so I'm kind of disappointed in this blade. Oh, these are backwards. Okay. So I'm an idiot. So all my Diablo blades, I always have to have the emblem facing in. And on these, I'm realizing that the teeth are going the opposite way of the emblem. So that's why it's cutting like ass, because I have it backwards. So we're going to flip this around, and then we should be money. Yeah, you get used to installing a blade one way for so long that you don't even think to look at the direction of the blade. Okay. I was kind of disappointed because this blade is meant for composite decking, so the fact that I was cutting so slow, it makes sense that I had it on backwards like an idiot. There's a reason I'm building decks and I'm not at Harvard, right? Okay, take two. Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta get a new battery. If you guys are just tuning in, hit that subscribe button. Help me grow the channel. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I don't have a Trex saw. If you guys are just tuning in and you're like, who's this idiot doing this like a dumbass? Well, that's me because I don't have a Trex saw. So we're improvising. Where's my blocking? There it is. Yeah, so all I'm doing is I do have this guide, and I'm just screwing it down into some blocking. And actually on this side I can just clamp it down. Okay, now we got that side cut, and now we'll cut the other side. Let's start. If you guys are just tuning in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're out here putting Trex on. I don't have a track saw, so I'm improvising. I'm using my Husky Guide poor man's track saw, and I'm just measuring the reveal off of this, because I know what it needs to be. So let's test it. This is a little smaller than we need, but it's easier to take more off. So right there, that's like money. That's perfect. Okay, we're gonna run with that. Hey, what's up, kiddo?
So what are you doing?
I am I'm making the final cut in the middle. Hey, you want to hand me my drill? That drill. This one. No, that one. That one, yeah. Yeah.
I love the smaller cup.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Thank you. What are you eating?
Motherfucker.
Daisy, are we gonna go do sand?
trying to get like half a blade off of this. Gouda. Hey, if you guys are just tuning in, hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to help grow the channel. All right, if you guys are just joining the channel, once you hit that subscribe button, it really helps me grow the channel. We just cut our center out. I'm gonna go grab the leaf blower and then we'll drop her in. Watch out, she has a shovel. Paisley!
Where are you?
You look pretty.
Wearing my father's shirt because I got too hot.
Oh, hi kiddo. Whoa, is this all play sand? Is this for her to like play with?
Well, it's like soil, but yeah, she can play with it.
This is sand.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, sorry, what did I say?
So I gotta go get my leaf blower. Oh. Thanks. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. You want to try? Squeeze the trigger.
What trigger?
The black one.
Yep, pull it. Whoa! Is that cool? Ready? Hey, if you guys are just tuning in, could you hit that subscribe button if you want to? I'm not forcing you to, but it'd be cool if you did. I'm trying to grow my channel. My goal is to hit 5 million subs today, so I'm trying to get to 5 million today. So if everyone just hits the subscribe button, we could probably get to 5 million. If I get this board to fit, you should hit the subscribe button. I'm a little big on that one. I think I'll cheat those over a little bit. Got it in, so everybody subscribe so we can get to 5 million subscribers today. Now I can't decide here if I want to. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. If you guys are just tuning into the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5 million subscribers by the end of today. I know it's a tall ask, but crazier things have happened. Again, every 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, every 4 will go with a piece. One, two, three, 4. If you guys are just tuning in, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5 million subscribers today. I know it's a lot, but I think it's doable. Hey, if you guys are just tuning in, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5 million subscribers today, so I need another like 4 million something, I think. No, I'm just playing. In all reality, I'm only trying to get to 5,000 today. Yeah, this is the only brand of Trex screw that doesn't mushroom. These are the Hartman or Hillman, the Hillman brand. If you guys are just tuning in, it'd be awesome if you hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers today. Thought that would be a cool goal. Hey. So my picture frame is in, and now we're gonna be working on the pieces up against the house. So, yep. Well, I'm going to be cutting this live stream out now. I gotta charge my phone, it's almost dead, so. But thank you guys for tuning in. We got the picture frame done, we got all the decking in, except for the piece against the house. So we're gonna put the strips in along the house, and then we're gonna start working on the skirting. I think I'll go live again tomorrow when I work on the skirting for sure. That's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be something unique. We don't normally do any skirting on decks at all. So it's going to be like a different take on it. We're going to be running cedar pickets horizontally. So it'll be pretty cool. But thank you guys if you tuned in. If you subscribed, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It helps me grow the channel. Trying to hit 5,000 subs today. So be kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, catch you guys on the next one. I should be going live tomorrow. Hope for clear skies. Over and out.